Guess what? We're back. Day 2 of Veda. Hey y'all, my name is Joshua Verwers and thank you so much for being here with me. If you're new to the channel, I just want to let you know that each time I upload a new video, it is designed to bring you some information and inspiration to help you live by faith. So if that sounds good, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, ring the little bell. That way YouTube will notify you each and every time we upload a new video, which currently is every single day of the month of April at 8 a.m. Why is it every single day? Because we find ourselves in Veda. Veda, it is the month-long daily vlogging challenge, known as Vlog Every Day in April. Although I guess you could say if we use the I, it would be Vedia, but that just sounds funny, so it is Veda. And yes, I realize some people say it stands for Vlog Every Day in August. I've heard it both ways. So on yesterday's video, I wound up getting a comment, somebody just wanting some more clarification on what is or what are the vlog pastors, and I realized I didn't really do a good job of explaining that, even though the whole video was about explaining Veda. So here's what vlog pastors is. You ready? I have no idea. Really, it's just a term that kind of rolled off my tongue in the middle of a live stream. I was kind of spilling the beans on what Jared and I were going to be doing with this month-long collaboration, and in that I try to describe it like Vlog Brothers, but instead of being Vlog Brothers, it's the Vlog Pastors. If you're not familiar with Vlog Brothers, it's just two brothers that are trying to have a conversation with each other through a daily vlog, and we just kind of act like the flies on the wall, eavesdropping into that conversation. However, Jared, you and I talked about this, and we didn't want to just have a conversation with each other. We wanted to have a conversation with you guys, the audience, our communities, our brothers and sisters in Christ. We wanted to have this month-long conversation with you as well. And so that's what we're doing. Now, part of this process is also Jared and I asking each other questions. And yesterday, Jared, you asked me a question.
Here's my question to you. With all the things that I have going on in my life, I find it hard to juggle and prioritize and that sort of thing. I've got a couple different jobs and irons in the fire. My question to you is, what do you do in addition to being a pastor? I've heard things like driving a bus. I've heard things like, like you do a marriage counseling thing. My question is, what all do you do? Can't wait to hear it.
Okay, so to answer your question, what all is it that I do? Well, I do a lot. Yes, my wife and I, we pastor a church. It's called Full Faith Church, and it's in Sheraton, Iowa. Now, in addition to that, yes, I do drive school bus. I'm not driving it as much as I used to, but I am still driving, and actually today I had to go out to the bus barn and talk to the transportation director to kind of get an idea of what he might be needing me for in the future, and also letting him kind of know what my schedule was and how there are going to be some scheduling conflicts that could arise. In addition to that, my wife Genevieve and I, we do present marriage seminars for an organization called Developing Great Relationships, and that's been something that's kind of new. We've only been doing it about 9 months now, and even though the seminars are weekend things and they don't always take place every weekend, that is still a full-time gig. So when pastoring is a full-time gig and presenting the marriage seminars, working for DGR is a full-time gig, it becomes quite a bit. Now, I say full-time gig because even though I may not be doing the seminars, I have a lot of back-end stuff. One of the things that we do with those seminars is we present the Bible in a unique way because we acknowledge that there are certain personality traits and character differences that we have that are really part of our DNA. And so we look at those and we really kind of dissect those from a biblical approach and show us if this is who we are naturally as human beings, who are we supposed to be spiritually as God's children? And it's that type of a balance. But that requires a lot of study from me, which again comes into play where my personal friend and mentor, Dr. Mark Majors, comes in because he does have a PhD in counseling psychology. So one of the other things we do is homeschool our kids, which is a very big undertaking, and I'm so thankful that my wife is able to take a lot of the teaching and organization of that, but that is something that we really kind of focus on as husband and wife to make sure that we're doing that for our children. Oh, and did I mention I'm doing this online digital ministry? Yep, I got a whole lot of these things that I try to put on my head, and it does keep me busy, but I don't look at it as juggling as much as I see them all kind of working together harmoniously. See, back in August, I went to Video Marketing World, and I've also signed up for Trey Van Camp's Vlog Your Ministry course, and people would sit there and think, how does that actually apply to a church or a marriage center? And yet it applies in a great way because it helps give me some insight on the power that video has in marketing and promoting and in communicating, and how the church world can really leverage that. So even though those are things that I've paid for out of my own pocket, the organizations are benefiting from those as well. And the organizations have been giving me some education and schooling, and those wind up helping this ministry as well. And then there's school bus driving, which really just tends to give me a little bit of break time that I need every now and then to go someplace on an activity trip, to sit down at a desk or a cafeteria table with my laptop and just do a little bit of editing, or find myself in a hallway with my headset on and just listen to some word. Now let me give you guys an example of how all of this stuff kind of works together, okay? So if you remember yesterday, I told you that I had some goodies that I wanted to show you, and I do want to show you those right now. So I wound up picking these up a couple weeks back because I was thinking that I really wanted to start doing some Bible journaling, and it's not anything that I've ever really done before. And so I wound up finding this one. It's called the Note Taker's Bible, and then you've got to have something to write with. And these Pigma Microns, the O1s, are absolutely fantastic. They are a fine print, but not too fine to break. Then, the other thing that I wound up getting was some Crayola colored pencil. So you're probably asking me at this point, Josh, what does this have to do with everything else that you're doing? Hey, good question, and I'm glad you asked. Honestly, it has a lot to do with it, because for me and my personal prayer and devotion time, it can be used to give you guys some insight into my life. So there we're taking care of some digital ministry. Two, it actually gives me an ability to kind of focus in on the scriptures in such a way that can benefit my church, or it can benefit our marriage ministry. So there's a lot of overlap that can be done through this. Now, this is a new thing that I'm just now trying. I haven't even started it yet, but with today being April 1st, that's my goal, is a fresh start and trying to do this in such a way. Now, with that being said, that gets me questioning something for you, Mr. Jared. My question for you is, do you have a method for studying the Bible that you use? Is there any type of a systematic approach, or maybe a guideline that you use for studying or even journaling the Bible? I really am curious about that. I would love to know not only what you do, if you do something, but you know what? We're going to bring Jess into this conversation too, because I want to hear from her. So, hey, Jessica, how about you? Do you have a method that you use for studying and journaling in the Bible? Let us know, because inquiring minds want to know. So there you go, that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that was something that gave you a little bit more insight into me. Now, if you did enjoy this, don't forget, give it a big old thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, you know what to do. Do all of those things that YouTubers always ask you to do, and make sure you go over and check out Jared's channel, and we will see you again back here tomorrow at 8 a.m. Tuesday. Ooh, that'll be week number 2 of my weight loss journey. I think I gotta weigh in.